Hey, so I've just been really excited to give an update on my progress this week. It's been a really good week for me of just doing all the things I need to do, sticking to my goals, feeling like I'm finally in the swing of things and like this isn't something I'm just dreading and it's too hard and I can't get into it. Like I'm finally like getting into a routine and a pattern, and it feels really good to like feel like I'm already seeing progress. It's really early into me trying to lose weight so far this year, but even though I've only lost about 10 pounds so far this year, I'm really like, I swear, I don't know if I'm making up in my head, but I feel like I can already sort of see the results. Like I just feel less bloated and like, and almost like I have less stomach fat. And I don't know if that's really possible, or maybe it's just the, less bloating, but I do feel like I don't feel as self-conscious like of my shirt like clinging to my stomach. I feel like there's like a little, like, a little more room. My pants not feeling just quite as super tight. And that's been really nice because one of the things that's really bothered me as I've gained weight over the past few years is having more belly fat. Like all my life I've been like, had like thick thighs and everything and kind of stored in different areas, and it's only the last few years where I feel like it's accumulated on my stomach, and I guess since I've not always had, a ton of stomach fat, I'm extra self-conscious about it. It feels really good to feel like it's not quite as bad at the moment. I do think a lot of that is like sticking to my exercise goals this week. Almost every day I've taken a walk with our dog, and my goal is always to go a minimum of a mile and just kind of hit that, and then if I feel like I want to keep going, I'll keep going, but not like make it, a huge goal to where I don't want to go at all. It's always easy to like do a few more laps around the neighborhood to get above a mile, kind of like hopefully a mile and a half. And then a lot of mornings I also do like a rebounder workout on my like mini trampoline I have. And sometimes it's just like I'll just plan to do a little bit, but my watch will actually pop up and say, hey, are you doing an indoor workout? We think you're doing something. And so I'll like hit yes, and then my goal once I've hit yes is to like hit the 1 mile point on the indoor walk. And so that's good. It gets me just like going a little harder than I think I would have otherwise. I probably would have been like, okay, that's good, that's enough. But when the watch prompts me to like, hey, are you doing something? It really helps me to like, oh yeah, let me do a little bit more and hit like a certain goal. So I definitely want to like this coming week keep up with the exercise. I feel like that's been really good for me to get movement in each day. It helps me want to like stick to my eating goals also, because I don't want to ruin my progress that I put in doing exercise of any kind. The weather's actually been really beautiful this past week, like kind of like spring weather, very early for this year. And unfortunately, I think there's gonna be some snow next week, so I might have to kind of like think more creatively of how I'm gonna exercise, like if it's too cold to go outside. But hopefully that weather will like warm up again, and I really want to keep into walking because that's really, I think, just a really basic, easy thing that I can do to like keep getting the activity I want each day. Also, I'm really proud of like just how I've been doing with my food. I haven't like really felt a huge urge to like, eat a ton of food, binge eat. I feel like I'm finally doing something right and like on the right track. I kind of tend to try to push my breakfast later in the day. My mom's really into like listening to podcasts about health and nutrition, and she's always talked about how intermittent fasting is really good for you. So I feel like that kind of, I'm like, well, maybe I'll kind of intermittent fast, but also I'm just like trying to push my food window later in the day because I'd really rather have like a larger dinner than a larger breakfast. One thing that gets hard for me is if I haven't eaten enough in the evening and like I'm going to bed and I feel hungry. I just feel like it creates me a situation where I get a headache and I want to eat more and I feel bad. So I've been focusing on kind of pushing back my food window later in the morning, maybe like late morning, midday, have like an apple, some fruit, maybe a smoothie. This morning I actually just prepped some overnight oats to eat for breakfast this week. I really like overnight oats, and I was freezing a bunch of bananas to put in the freezer for smoothies, and I thought I would just whip up a few bowls of the overnight oats, so I'm excited to have that. I haven't had that in a while. It's always something I enjoy when I'm in like a healthy swing of things. It's like super filling and really good. So and I make it just really simple, just like I in a jar I mix a smashed banana, half a cup of oats, half a cup of almond milk, and then I put a little cocoa in if I want chocolate flavor or do a different flavor. Sometimes I'll put like some flax seeds, like ground flax seeds in. Yeah, and that's just like a really good breakfast kind of item to have. I've also been having like salads each day, kind of like mid-afternoon lunch of a salad, just to like get, more vegetables in and like have something healthy. Also like I've had a lot of carrots and hummus this week. It's kind of my like go-to little snack when I'm like preparing dinner or midday. I never ate hummus growing up. I didn't know how good it was, and I just like love getting like the garlic hummus and having it out with carrots. Then in the evenings I'll like prep a dinner. I'll like get something cooking while I'm going on my walk, and just having like a little bit of a bigger dinner to keep me like satisfied all night, where I don't want to like go and have something sweet right before bed or really, go off the rails. And that's been just a really good routine I've been in, and I think I'm gonna try to like, keep that going. I did my official weigh-in on our family like weight chart we've got going on Friday, and I put my weight down at 254 pounds, which means I lost 3 pounds last week, which is pretty good. I'm actually, excited for this coming week because I'm already a little bit more down than that, and it's Sunday, so I have a few more days to go before writing my weight down again. So hopefully I can just like have another really good number this week. I'm really excited to get to where I'm 20 pounds down this year, because that's about the point I got last year. I got 20 pounds down. I was actually feeling a lot better about things. Clothes were starting to feel a little better. I was feeling a little better, but then I fell off the wagon and, started gaining it back by the end of the year. So I'm excited to get to the point when I can be 20 pounds down and then just keep going and not mess it up this year, like keep the progress going. Like I have just, a lot of goals that I want to reach this year, and I'm not going to let like what happened last year happen again. We have a really fun trip we've planned to go on next year to Europe that I've been looking forward to, for the past like year or so when we booked it. And last year, I had it in my mind that I wanted to lose like 100 pounds before we go, because it's going to be like a lot of walking, a lot of activity, a lot of moving around and fast-paced kind of trip. And so I wanted to be down like 100 pounds so that, it would be easy to move around, walk around, do everything, not feel like I'm falling behind. And it should have been really easy, lose 100 pounds in 2 years. It should be kind of slow, not you don't have to lose that much per week. Take it nice and slow. But of course, I wasted like all my progress for last year. So I really just want to like kick it in and do really good this year. It's not like I really truly have to lose 100 pounds before we go, but I'd really love to be like under 200 pounds, because just being that much lighter would just make it that much easier for me to move around. We're gonna do a lot of walking tours, see a lot of the different cities we're visiting. I'm so excited for that, and I just want to like feel like my best self and not like I felt in a lot of previous vacations where I was like disappointed with myself for being out of shape and not living just to the fullest I feel like I could. And I want to dress really cute. I want to bring lots of fun clothes and just like get all the best pictures, because I've never traveled like to Europe before, so I'm just super excited. And I'm just, at this point, I'm really happy to be super focused on those goals and keeping that in mind every day and just working through that a little bit every single day. And I know I can make this turn into a super great year if I just keep that mindset and that momentum going of just like every single day remember what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and I'm not just like giving in to things that, the bad food, this or that feels good in the moment but just pulls me further from my goals. Yesterday was actually my dad's birthday, and I'm super proud of us because always birthdays are an excuse to have, donuts for breakfast, anything you want for lunch, whatever you want for dinner, cake, ice cream, all the things. It's always just like, it's your birthday, have whatever you want, you decide. And we're all on like, trying to lose some weight this year on a journey. Dad's lost a ton of weight in the first couple weeks he's been working on this. He's made really good progress. So we didn't just like go crazy and eat all the food yesterday. I mean, that's just, you just have to learn that it's okay, that just because it's a celebration day doesn't mean you have to take that to mean I have to celebrate with food. I have to have like bad food all day long, just gorge myself. So I just wanted to say I'm super proud of us for that. And we also, we typically like to have kind of just a dinner together each week where we just like cook and hang out. And we've also, been choosing healthier options so far this year. And that's nice. I mean, do I miss like, making burgers and having all the things for dinner on those nights? Yes, kind of, My dad makes really good burgers. I love them, but making these healthier choices is really good. Some point, we'll make burgers and it'll be fine, but it doesn't have to be like a weekly occurrence that we always just like, yes, let's have all the burgers and fixins and everything. I'm gonna go over there in a little while to hang out, and we're just gonna make something healthier and not like make it all about the food. So yeah, I just wanted to like update on my progress this week. It feels super good to just be like on a roll, doing the right thing. This is what I've been wanting for like attempt after attempt after attempt of trying to get healthy. It's just like I know if I stick to it for a certain amount of time, I will get into that routine of wanting to stick to it and feeling like this is good and I'm on the right track. It just takes a certain like amount of time to get into that groove that I wasn't ever like pushing myself far enough to get to. And so now that I'm finally in it, I'm really excited to just keep going, and I can't wait to see my progress. I'm liking what I'm seeing on the scale. I'm liking how I'm feeling about my body. I'm not where I want to be, of course, but like I can start to see these little changes and know that each day, oh, that decision I made here and that thing I did there, and making sure I got in my walk, you know, understanding that all these things added up to like the result I saw, and just wanting to make sure that I incorporate everything in the next coming week to keep that progress rolling. Yeah, so I'm super excited to like keep moving this week. It's funny to actually be excited to like do my Friday weigh-in, because I know that as long as I don't do anything, you know, crazy the next few days, I'm gonna have a good number, and that feels really good to like know that I'm doing good things and it's getting good results. Like this is what I've been trying to like achieve and do for the past year, and I just have to stay here and keep moving. It's a long haul, but like if I just keep doing these things every day, I can keep seeing these results. So here's to another good week, and let's keep rolling. Let's do this.